Today, we're diving into 5 powerful English idioms that come straight from real battles, wild roads, ancient borders, and everyday decisions. These expressions are full of vivid history, and once you understand their origins, you'll never forget them. Let's start with an idiom that has traveled from ancient warriors to modern slang. The first idiom, bite the dust origin. This idiom goes all the way back to ancient battlefields. When soldiers were knocked down, their faces were often literally pushed into the dirt. Poets like Homer even described fallen warriors as biting the dust. By the 19th century, the phrase became popular in Western culture, especially in cowboy stories and war tales. It paints a dramatic picture of defeat or failure, but also carries a hint of resilience. Because every time someone bites the dust, someone else stands back up. Examples and context. My old laptop finally bit the dust yesterday. The team fought hard, but their winning streak bit the dust. If this plan bites the dust, we'll need a backup. If biting the dust represents falling, our next idiom represents the opposite, holding on, pushing through, and not giving up. The second idiom, hang in there origin. This phrase became popular during the 20th century, especially during tough economic times and war periods. It's the kind of encouragement people give when things feel overwhelming. The wording suggests someone hanging from a ledge with their fingertips, barely, but bravely. Posters, motivational speeches, and even a famous image of a kitten clinging to a branch helped turn hang in there into a worldwide symbol of emotional endurance. Examples and context. Hang in there, the results will come. I know this week is tough, but hang in there. He was stressed, but his friends told him to hang in there. And once you're hanging in there, sometimes you need support, someone by your side. That leads us to our next idiom. The third idiom, ride shotgun origin. This idiom comes straight from the American Wild West. Stagecoaches were often attacked by bandits or outlaws, so the driver wasn't alone. A second guard sat beside the driver holding a shotgun, ready to defend the passengers. That defensive seat became known as the shotgun seat. Today, the phrase survives in modern cars, especially among friends racing to claim the front seat. Examples and context. I'll ride shotgun so you don't get lost. The kids ran outside yelling, I call shotgun. She rode shotgun and helped control the music. But not every situation is as fun as riding shotgun. Sometimes you must set limits, take a stand, or refuse to cross a boundary. And that brings us to the next idiom. The fourth idiom, draw a line in the sand origin. This phrase has ancient roots. Military leaders used to literally draw a line in the sand to mark a boundary that enemies weren't allowed to cross. One famous story involves a Roman general who drew a circle around a king and told him not to step out until he made a decision. Over centuries, the line in the sand grew into a metaphor for personal limits. The moment you say no more, or this is where I stand. Examples and context. She drew a line in the sand and refused to work overtime. Parents often draw a line in the sand with rules. He had to draw a line in the sand during negotiations. But once the boundaries are set, decisions must be made. And that brings us to our final idiom, one that passes responsibility to someone else. The fifth idiom, the ball is in your court origin. This idiom comes from sports like tennis, where the moment the ball lands on your side, the next move is completely up to you. No one can hit it for you. You choose what happens next. That clear image of responsibility made the phrase perfect for everyday decision-making. Today, it's used in relationships, business, politics, and life anytime someone needs to take action. Examples and context. I've explained everything. Now the ball is in your court. He apologized, so the ball is in her court. The offer is ready. The ball is in your court. These 5 idioms show how language evolves from battles, hardships, wild frontiers, ancient authority, and competitive games. Each one carries a story, an image, and a lesson. Now I want to hear from you. Which idiom was your favorite, and which one surprised you the most? Drop your answer in the comments.